Hello friend, welcome back. In this video, I want to discuss about how can change your this default admin dashboard. So when you install Laravel actually provided this type of one of the dashboard, right? So right now I want to change it, and here I want to replace it with our one of the static theme, and that is one of the admin theme, right? So how can set up this admin theme, how can replace it? In this video, I will show you that things with a live example. So for doing this, if you go to our dashboard, so when any user actually successfully logged in, like click as a logout. Okay, so when that is actually logging page, so when any user successfully logged in, then automatically it's redirected to our this dashboard, right? So if you go to our project file, into the project file, if you go to our route, that is our web route, into the web route, when we install that default authentication system, it's actually provided this type of one of the URL, right? So automatically this route is created, and here you can see that is our /dashboard, and then it's return view one of the dashboard page. So that means if you go to our view, into the view, here you can see that is one of the dashboard. So that is the default, right? So that is our default one. So right now I want to change it. So I want to do when any users successfully logged in, then this dashboard not should be displayed like that way. Here I want to load our this template. So if you want to do that work, for doing this better, I show you step by step, everything will be very clear to you. So for doing this in our admin folder, so into the view area, I have already created one of the folder as admin, right? So into the admin folder here, I want to create one of the file. Better I select it, and here I create one of the new file, and I just name it as a admin master, admin_master dot blade.php. Right, so I have created one of the file as a admin master blade.php. Now I just simply create it, and also I want to create another file into the admin folder. Here I want to create one of the new file, and I just name it as index.blade.php. So here I have created two of this file. So into the admin master, here I want to load our main theme. I show you that is actually our main theme as a index.html. So if you go to your exercise folder, so into the exercise folder, as I told you friend, I will share this dashboard to you. So if you understand that one HTML template, how can actually mastering it into in your project, then you can actually choose any HTML theme for your project. Okay, so right now that is actually main file. You can see that is all that is static file, that is the index.html. So here that is our index.html. If you now open it, you can see that is the index.html. So right now I want to first of all apply this one. So if you want to apply it, so that is the index.html file. I want to open it. I want to open it with our project. Here I open it. Okay. So friend, they have all that code. So if you know a little bit that HTML, then I think you already know about it. So here you can see there is one of the title, and that is all that link. That means all that default CSS and the JSS that is into the asset folder, that is into the asset. Everything is on here. Okay, so if you want to apply this theme, first of all, you have to get all that our CSS folder. That means here you can see there is only one folder as a assets, and into the assets folder, this theme related all that CSS, images, JS, plugins, everything is on here. So now I want to copy it. I copy it. That means this asset I copied, and now go to our project directory, go to the public. And here I want to create some of the folder. Here I create one of the folder as a backend. Okay, and also for our frontend, better I want to create another folder. I create another folder, and it will be as a frontend. Okay, it will be as a frontend. That means when I load our frontend theme, frontend related everything I will save in particular that area. So right now, first of all, I want to work with our backend. So now that is our backend folder. So into the backend folder, I want to copy this theme related all that asset file. I copy it, and now here I simply paste it. So now we can actually access all that our CSS and the JSS for this theme. So here into the backend, I have already saved it, right? So now I want to update it. Like here, better right now I copy everything. So that is the main file, that is static one of the file. You can see there is all that file, and there have also some of the JSS. So here we have to step by step we have to update that URL. So right now I better copy everything. Okay, I copy everything from our index.html and now in our master, that means our admin master blade, here into the admin I have created, and here I paste it. Okay, so here I simply paste it. So right now we don't need this. So here we have to do, friend, we have to update this all that path. Okay, so here we have to update this path. I show you if you want to update it here. That is our asset. So asset here I want to update that part. That will be in our curly bracket, double curly bracket, and then the single quote, and then our single quote area. Here we have to add that asset. Asset means, as I told you, friend, that will be your project root directory. Okay, that means that is actually our project root directory. So here, so that is our main project root directory, right? So into the project root directory here, I have created one of the folder as a backend. So into the backend folder here, I have already added that asset. So that is, you can see there is already asset, plugin, the toaster, everything is on here. Only we have to add one of the folder name. I have created one of the folder name, and that is our folder name as a backend, right? So here we have to update every path like that way. Okay, friend, I show you, like, first of all, I want better take with that easy way, and here it will be one of the single quote, and then will be as an asset. So that will be as an asset. So now I'm going to copy it. Okay, I copy it, and here but I cut it. So here I paste it, because every file we have to update. I better paste it, and then the paste it, and after that there is also another one. I want to update it. So now here I want to add our this backend folder name. So after that will be as a backend folder, and that will be as a backend folder, right? So here we have to update it. I update it. And now I want to cart it. I cart it, and here I want to add it in our this asset area. I paste it. Again I cart it, and here I paste it. So here, friend, every file we have to actually update. So now I cart it, and now after that asset, automatically it will be get our this appropriate for all that file, right? That is a backend I have already added. And also I cart it, and here I paste it. Then I cart it, and here I paste it. So there is so many files we have to actually update. So I can actually pause that video, but right now it's okay with me. I want to share that with the live as much as possible. So here, friend, you can see I have successfully updated all that our CSS, right? So here I have successfully updated. So also they have some another JS file. So if you want to add it, and then also we have to do the same concept. Better I want to take it again. I take it with the asset, and then here we have to add one of these type of things. I cart it, and here I paste it. That will be as an asset. And that means that is actually our asset, and here that is one of the folder as a backend folder. So we have to add this backend folder before this asset, because into the backend folder area I have already saved our this asset, right? Now I cart it, and here I paste it. Perfect. So now, friend, if you click as a save all, and now if you go and if you click as a refresh, it's not to be changed, because of all here our default dashboard page is loaded, right? So that is the dashboard page is saved from here into the view. You can see it's now loaded our this page. So now I want to change it. Here I want to load our a specific another page. That means here I want to load another one. That means here I want to load our this admin, that is index blade. Okay, so here if you want to change it, that means into the view area I have created one of the folder as admin, and then our file name as an index. So right now here we don't need to pass any data, rather than it will be show some of the error. And here also we don't need this. I make it as a disable right now. That means right now it's when it will be redirected to the dashboard, it will be return this view page into the admin and the index. Okay, that means this one. So right now that is totally blank. Now if you click the save all, and now if you refresh it, yeah, now you can see it's now totally blank. So I want to mastering it. So if you want to mastering it, that means into the admin blade, here I have already updated our this part. That means that is actually our CSS and JSS parts. I also want to update it our JSS. That means here if you go, you can see there are some of the JSS file. Here also we have to update. So better I want to do the same concept. So here we have to update it. That will be as an asset. That will be as an asset. And now I want to copy it or cart it. Here I have to update also. I better paste it and paste it on particular that area. So that will be actually the same format. So here I paste it and I paste it. Okay. And also here we have to add one of the folder name. Our folder name as a same as a backend, and then our this asset folder, right? So now I want to also add this backend folder for every places. I copy it and paste it. So here I paste it. That will be the backend folder. Here I want to paste everything. Yeah, perfect. So now I want to add our this URL. That means this URL. So they have also another one, backend and the backend. So now I want to update it. So now I cart it, and here into the asset area I have to update it. Again I cart it. So make that sure you do that work appropriately, rather than it will be not working properly. So I cart it and paste it, and here I cart it, and in particular that position I paste it. I also cart it and here paste it. Cart it and paste it. I hope, friend, you can well understand about it, what exactly the things I did on here. So how can actually templating in Laravel 8 I show you, everything will be very much clear to you. So actually if you know that main concept, friend, it's not be very hard. So here that is another one, cart it, paste it. So here I cart it, and in particular that position I paste it. I update this part. There is another one, and also that is our JS. I cart it and paste it, and here I also want to cart it, and here I paste it. Perfect. So friend, make that sure you updated this part. So here we successfully update it. Okay, so now I just click the save all. So now here one things I want to do, I want to make it like if you go our template, and into the template here you can see, friend, they have the three part. One is our sidebar part, one is our header part, and that is our main content part. Okay, that means every time when you actually redirected to the another page, every time our this sidebar will be same for every pages, our this header will be same for our every pages, right? Only this content part will be updated. So if you want to make this content part as a dynamic, they are into the Laravel that have also another option for the yield. Yield means this part will be our dynamic part. So if you go to index page to about page, then our this will be the same. That means our sidebar will be same, our header will be same. Only our this about related page will be loaded on here. Okay, when you go to the service page, our service page only content part will be loaded on here. So now I want to segment this page. That means here I want to take this position. So if you want to take this position, I show you, just flow my step what exactly the things I want to do. So that is our main all file, right? So that is our all file. So here you can see that is our CSS portion, and that is our body portion. After the body, that is our left sidebar. That means actually that is our left sidebar code. So if you want to change it, you can also change it. I will show you. Like there is all the assets. So right now I want to only take our this position. That means this part I want to take. So here that is our all that menu. That is our menu, and then header part. So here you can see that is actually the process, a user update, and the sign in and the sign up authentication, the arrow, the getting started introduction. So I want to do that is actually our header part. So that is our header part. Every theme actually near about the same concept actually they are running. So you can see there is actually another one. There is a source code, and the 2 p.m. value, there is a profile message and the account setting and the logout. That means that is actually our header part. Here you can see there is a profile, account setting and the logout. So that is actually our another part, and you can see that is actually end of our header. That means that is actually our header part and the sidebar part in particular, that area, and after this that is our content part, right? So you can see there is actually the dev class as a content wrapper, and then there is another one as a content, and you can see showing as a top statics. So right now friend, I want to actually take this part, that means this dev, and there is our content. So there is actually the two dev. So here I want to copy it, and also they have one of the footer maybe. So I select it, I select everything. So that is our JS part, and here you can see that is actually the footer part, right? So here there is a footer part. Before that footer, I want to take two dev. So that is actually the two dev I want to take. I cart it from to this position. I simply cart it. So that is our dev content, and they have the two dev. Okay, and after that there is actually one of the footer option. So this footer means if you go, you can see that is actually one of the footer. So that is one of the footer in here is visible. So right now I carted everything from here and into the index. So into the index area I want to paste it. So here I simply paste it. Okay friend. So right now this position, that means only our this content part will be changed. As I told you friend, every time when you redirect it to the another page, only our this content part will be changed. So for the reasons here I make it as a dev, and that is actually our content part. So this part will be as a dynamic. So if you want to make it as a dynamic, here you have to add as a yield. So I make it as a yield. So that is actually one of the default, one of the Laravel command as a yield. So into the yield area, here I name that yield part, I name it as a admin. Okay, so whatever you choose. So here into the yield area, I have passed one of the ID and our ID name as a admin. So now we have to extend it. Because of all from to this position, I take all the data, and here I into the index area I have added, right? So now I want to actually extend it. That means it should be extended our our main admin, that means admin master blade, because into the admin master blade I have already updated our all the CSS and our sidebar, our CSS and the JSS, right? So everything I have already updated in particular that area. So here we have to actually mastering it. So if you want to mastering it, then here we have to extend it. I show you, everything will be very clear to you friend. I name it as extends. Okay, it should be as extends, and into the extends area I want to extend our which file. I want to extend our this admin master blade file, right? So that is in our admin, into the admin, and that is our file name as a admin master. So now I want to add this place as a admin. Into the admin folder, our file name as a admin and _ master. Okay, that is our admin master. And also here I make it one of the dynamic part. Our dynamic part, that is a yield part, right? So for the yield I have already added one of the section ID as a admin. So here in particular this content area we have to load our this section, right? So here I have already copied everything. So now for the reasons here we have to add that section. So there is another option for the section. So that is our section, and into the section area I want to add our this ID. So as I told you friend, if you make it as a content, then you have to pass this ID will be as a content. So that means that is our right now main section, which section I called it with our yield, right? So now I have to actually end it. That means I have to end this session. So after this, that means here, okay, after this I want to end it. That means end it. So here I want to make it as a end section. Okay friend, so make that sure you end the section. That means this section, that is our section. So that means this section will be now loaded in our this ID area, which ID have loaded into the admin. Okay, so right now what exactly it should be happen, like here into the web route I have already declared one of the file as a return in our admin. Into the admin it should be redirected to our this page, that means our admin and then our index, right? So it should be load our this index page. So into the index page, automatically it should be get our admin and the admin master. So into the admin master area, I have already all that our CSS, JSS, header part, footer part, and also the sidebar part, right? So everything is on here. And only our this content part is changed, and into the content part I make it as our another dynamic part as with the ELD ID. So into the ELD ID area I have fill up it with our this section. So now it should be appropriate. I show you if you now click as a save all. If you now click as a save all, so here now our route is changed. So before that was actually empty. If you now click as a refresh, yes, you can see friend, our total theme is now successfully loaded. That means this part, so that is our index here. That is one of the section I have called with the ID. So if you want to check it, I show you like here. I want to actually select everything. Then everything will be very clear to you what exactly the things I did. So here I want to copy it and I just simply remove it. Okay. So now if you click as a save all, and you can see with the what that is extended our admin master. As I told you friend, and to the admin master area I have already added our all that CSS, JSS, our sidebar, our top bar. Only this part I have loaded into the our index page. So now if you click as a refresh, yes, you can see everything is same. That means our dashboard sidebar is now perfectly loaded. Our header part is loaded. Only our content part is totally gone. So this is the content part I have loaded with our this ELD part. That means that is actually one of the section. And here you can see I make it with the ELD. So whatever the things we will right now put on particular that area, it should be loaded on here. If you click save all, and if you now refresh it, here you can see that is actually loaded on here. So that is our total dynamic part. So every time our this part will be changed, and then our sidebar and the header will be the same. So right now better I want to make it our again. Better I make it as a Ctrl Z. So that is our main code. Now click the save all, and here I refresh it. Yeah, you can see everything is now successfully loaded. And also they have some of the images. So images is missing. So if you want to add it, you can also add it. So that is in our header. That means our master. If you go to that master, into the master area, I show you. That is also another sign in. So that is actually our logout, the account. And here you can see that is actually one of the images as a user. So right now I also want to update it. So concept will be just like that same. Here we have to add our asset. So that will be as an asset, and into the asset I have already created on the folder as a backend folder. So into the backend folder that is our asset folder, right? So that means that is our public. Into the backend folder that is our asset folder. So everything is on here. So you only have to add this backend folder path. Perfect. So now I also want to update our this part. So that will be the user. So you can see there's actually the same name. Better I copy it. Okay, copy it, and here I want to update it. Now click as a save all, and now if you refresh it, yeah, now you can see this image is visible. So that is also visible, and there is a logout. Okay friend, so I hope you can well understand about it, how can mastering your templates. So right now our this redirected to our dashboard, but into the dashboard area right now actually it's loaded our new theme. Okay, that means our new theme, that is one of the, before that is one of the HTML theme. So here I successfully loaded. And if you want to change the title, you can change it. So if you want to change the title, then here into the admin master, you can see that is actually our theme. So title I want to change it as a easy admin dashboard. So this type of one of the name should be visible. Click as a save all, and now refresh it. Yeah, our name is become changed, right? So I hope you can well understand about it, friends. So now also if you want to that means this part, if you want to make it as a separated, if you want to change that separated for the footer, header, everything, you can actually do it. Okay, so how can separated our sidebar. So how you, in our next video I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.